it's Melanie. Happy Friday. If you hear any snorting in the background, it's my friend Lola Bean the pug. She is literally right behind my exercise ball here. During the summers, when my in-laws go to Canada, they go to the Thousand Islands. They have some property up there and they spend most of the, summer up there. They have been leaving Lola behind, and when she gets left behind, I pick up an extra dog, which I don't mind. Lola is actually Mr. Kong's litter mate, and if you guys follow me on Instagram, I always post lots of pictures of Mr. Kong and Lola together if I have them both together. So anyway, by the way, those of you that are new, my channel is named MrKongsMom because Mr. Kong is my pug, the great love of my life. I am a crazy pug lady, and back in 2010 when I started my channel, I decided to name my channel basically after him. So anyway, I have stuff to share with you guys today. I do want to say really quickly a big thank you to all of those who last week suggested that I try Flonase for my allergies. I think I have found the trifecta that really works for me, and it is Claritin every day, which reminds me I should go take my pill, the Flonase now, and my neti pot. So those three things combined have helped immensely. I wouldn't consider myself cured or completely symptomless, but it's so much better than it was last week. So a big thank you to those of you that suggested the Flonase. I was a little bit hesitant to try it because I just don't like nasal sprays, but it's not that bad, and I love being able to breathe. It's a huge bonus in life. So anyway, I have things that I want to share with you guys, and so I'm going to dive right into it. I've got a hair thing. I actually technically have two hair things. The first is an Octoly find. So I was sent this product from Alterna through the Octoly website, so that means that I got it for free. A big thank you to Alterna for sending this out for consideration. All thoughts are always still my own, even if something is sent to me. So this is the Caviar Resort Sea Tousled Texture Spray from Alterna. I really love the Alterna hair care line. I find their products to work really well for me. I was excited to try this because I do actually like using sea salt sprays in my hair to add in a little bit more texture, and I find that sea salt also gives my hair a little bit more volume. So I was kind of intrigued by this. The last sea salt spray that I had, and I technically still have a little bit left, is from way back in the day from Bumble and Bumble, and that one did kind of dry my hair out a little bit. This doesn't. I would consider this like far superior in terms of performance to the Bumble and Bumble one. So if you want to switch over from that, if that's what you're currently using, this one is fantastic. So the way that I like to use this is after my hair is all dried and styled, I will actually just mist a little bit of this into my hair, and I'll usually like lift my hair up. It smells so good, you guys. And what this does for me is it just adds a little bit more texture back into my hair. My hair is obviously very thin, very fine. I don't have a ton of hair. And so since I have to wash it every day because my scalp is so oily, it does get very like soft and silky when I wash it. And that can be frustrating because it also means that my hair will lay nice and flat to my head, and it won't have a lot of texture to it because it is very clean. So I like to use stuff like this to get the body back into it, just to add a little bit of texture to it and make it not so like squeaky clean, if that makes sense. Anyway, I love the smell of this stuff. I love the performance of it, and I love that it doesn't dry my hair out at all. It's amazing, and the packaging, this color just kind of rocks my world this time of year. I love this kind of like seafoam green, and seriously guys, the smell of this, it smells like the beach, like salty beachy air. It smells so good. Anyway, I can also spray it in my hair throughout the day to you know, kind of zhuzh it up and touch it up a little bit more. You can also use this in the traditional sea salt way where you spray it in your hair when your hair is still wet after the shower, and then you can like kind of scrunch it and air dry it. You can definitely do that too. That's not my preferred look, so I don't do that, but I love this a lot. This will be a repurchase when I run out. And then the other Caviar product from Alterna that I just wanted to toss in, I'm almost done with it. It's part of my finishing however many products in a month for my hair care challenge that I'm doing, which by the way ends on Tuesday. I'm making good progress, but this is one of the things that I'm gonna be finishing by Tuesday for sure. This is the Replenishing Moisture Milk. I just love this. The more that I use it, the more I really enjoy it. I know I've mentioned it multiple times over the last few weeks since I've been doing this challenge, but it really is a great lightweight leave-in protector for your hair if you have hair like mine, but you blow dry every single day. I use about 8 to 9 pumps of this just in the palm of my hand. I'll just spray it into my hand and then I, you know, spread it out, work it through my hair, focusing it a little bit more on the ends than I do the roots, but I do put it in like throughout all of my hair eventually. It just helps to protect it when I'm blow drying it. It makes it really soft. I feel like it just makes my hair feel a lot more hydrated than when I don't use it. And hydrated hair is important to me. As my hair is, you know, going more and more gray naturally, this is my natural color, the drier it is, I find that gray hair really does dry out a lot faster than it did when I was coloring it for years on end, which seems so backwards to me because now that my hair is finally natural, I thought like, okay, I won't have a problem with dry hair anymore, but nope. It just loses moisture so quickly, so this has been fantastic. Okay, let's get into some makeup stuff. First two blushes are the Smashbox Blush in Bear, which is just this really pretty nude. I love these Blush Rush blushes from Smashbox. I think they're still available. These are beautiful, you guys. This is just an everyday nude that is so easy to wear. No matter what your eye look, put this on. You will have just kind of that polished, slight flush of like nude color to your cheeks. It's gorgeous. This formula is really nice too. It lasts all day on my oily skin. And this one you cannot get anymore because this was a limited edition thing. I don't know how many years ago. It's whenever coral was the color of the year, and that, you know how Sephora and Pantone Universe have this collaboration thing they do every year. So this was from the coral year. And I've been using the matte blush in here constantly. It's absolutely beautiful, you guys. I love coral blushes this time of year, and this one has just always been fantastic for me. I've used it, like I said, for a number of years. It has a pretty good little dip in it. And if I still purchase from the Sephora brand, I don't believe that the Sephora brand itself is cruelty free, so I don't buy this Pantone Universe stuff anymore, but this is one that would be really hard for me to pass off if it did come back, because it's just such a beautiful formulation of blush, and again, it wears all day, and the color is just, I love coral this time of year. Coral and mint, that's what I really like during the summer months. Like if I could just put these two colors together and just have everything in these two colors during this time of year, that would be perfection. Okay, lips this week. So I hate to even talk about these because NARS is no longer cruelty free. They were at the time that I purchased the things that I'm going to show you guys, but they are not any longer. They did decide to sell in China. So anyway, that being said, I love these lipsticks, and since I still have them in my collection, I'm going to continue to use them. They're the NARS Audacious lipsticks. The two that I've been wearing quite a bit this week are Barbara, which is just this really pretty nude. It's like a brownie, pinky nude. And then Anita. You guys actually, a couple of you complimented my lipstick on, I think it was on Wednesday's video. I actually had this on along with this gloss, which is the Sexy Mother Pucker Gloss in Rose and Shine. If you've never tried this, this is a really great gloss from Soap and Glory. It's fantastic. You can find this at Ulta. I link everything down below, so if you want to know where to get any of this stuff, it'll be down below. But anyway, these lipsticks are fantastic. I love the formulation so much. They're a very thick, opaque lipstick. It stays put a long time. I have found that for me, a suitable alternative that is cruelty-free is actually the Marc Jacobs La Creme lipsticks. So I won't repurchase these in the future, but I have been wearing them this week and I do still love them. So there's that. And two other NARS products really quickly. The Dual Intensity eyeshadows. I've been wearing Rigel, which is a peach, like a really nice shimmery peach, and Himalaya, I think it's Himalaya or Himalaya. If you do still purchase from NARS and you've never tried these, I do think that they are wonderful eyeshadows. I will miss these once I finish them at some point in the future, but my hope is that NARS decides to pull out of China again. I don't know if that'll happen, but whatever. Anyway, I have been wearing this week, and I did want to report back on this Biker Babe eyeshadow palette from Velvet 59. This was another Octoly find for me, so I also received this product courtesy of Octoly and Velvet 59, so they sent it out for consideration after I applied to the brand. I didn't pay anything for it, but it is still my opinion. You guys, this is amazing. I don't really tend to stray from like my favorite eyeshadow brands. I love Lorac, I love Smashbox, you know, Too Faced, even a lot of the Tarte eyeshadow palettes I love. I would have never thought to try this unless, you know, until I saw it on the Octoly store, I guess I should say, because I didn't really know very much about Velvet 59, but they are a cruelty-free vegan brand, and they are... The website is velvet59.com. You guys, this is crazy. These eyeshadows are so nice. I don't know if you have ever heard of this brand yourself, but this palette is gorgeous. I have tried every single shadow in here over the last week or so, with the exception of this one and the pink one. Pink's not really my color, but I just want to show you guys the... Oh God, and they apply beautifully with a brush. I'm just gonna give you a couple of swatches here, and then I'll do one of the matte shades. These are so pretty, you guys. I cannot tell you how easy these are to work with and how creamy and pigmented this formulation is. You can apply them with a brush in terms of the shimmery shade on the lid, or you can apply them with your finger for a little bit more impact, but they are gorgeous. And the two matte shades that are in here, this particular palette only has two matte shades, which is this shade right here and this shade right here. Honestly, I prefer this one because it's a little bit less baby poop brown, which is what this color is. This one's really pretty, you guys. Oh, what's that one called? Twisty. So gorgeous. I'll put that here. That is a beautiful, it's kind of a slightly cool toned brown almost. Has a little bit of mauve in it. I've been using that in my crease with any of these other shades on the lid. Today, what did I put on my lid today? I think it's the color Cafe Nectar. No, Cafe Racer. Cafe Racer. No, Amore. Sorry, I'm looking at it backwards. Amore, this color right here, that's what I have on my lid, and I love it, you guys. So pretty. This is a fantastic palette. If you've never tried anything from Velvet 59, yeah, I really like this a lot. I'm glad that I got to try it, and a big thank you to Octoly and to Velvet 59 for sending that out. And I'm just gonna wipe. These are so pigmented, you guys. Look at this. They like stain my hand basically. I'm just gonna wipe that off, and I'm gonna keep plowing through because I have a couple more things, and then I have a little bit of like a, I don't love this as much as another product from the same brand, but anyway. Okay, thank you to those of you who directed me towards this It Cosmetics Brow Powder Super Skinny Pencil in Universal Gray. I picked this up at Ulta this week. I didn't buy enough stuff to do an Ulta haul, but anyway, this was one of the things that I bought. This is a really great brow pencil. I didn't like the other pencil that they had, the thicker one. It was kind of like a creamy texture, and the gray wasn't gray at all. I don't know what they were thinking calling that gray, but it's almost like a blondie taupe. That didn't work for me. Also, they have a pomade. Didn't do the pomade because once I opened the jar in the store, I could see that it was already pulling away from the sides of the jar, and it didn't look like it had been open that long because there wasn't, like, the tester wasn't very used, if that makes sense. And my dip brow pomade from Anastasia also dried out very quickly back in the day when I was using that, so not gonna mess with that. But this brow pencil, this is where it's at, you guys. This is a really perfect gray for me. I do want to do an updated, like, brow products for gray hair type video. I don't necessarily want to do a brow tutorial video because the way that I do my brows hasn't changed since the last time I did a brow tutorial. I don't feel like that's necessary, but I just thought I'd share with you guys some of the products that I like the best. And this is definitely my throat. I feel like I'm gonna have a coughing attack. I need to wrap this up. I feel like this is definitely gonna be a go-to product for me, so thank you to those of you who suggested it. This you will have seen a review of yesterday, Thursday. So if you missed this, I'll link the video down below. I'm not gonna say much about it because I did already do a video about it. The Bare Minerals Lashtopia Mega Volume Mineral Based Mascara. Yes, this is wonderful, you guys. If you missed the video, I'll link it. And then my product, this isn't a bad product, but I just realized how much I love the Balance and Brighten once I tried this. So this is the Laura Geller Double Take Baked Versatile Powder Foundation. What I do love about this is the color match for me is absolute perfection. I really wish that the Baked and Brighten formulation would come in this particular color. By the way, this is fair right here. The Baked Balance and Brighten, there is something about that foundation that just blends in with my skin so beautifully, and it wears incredibly throughout the entire day. This I have found just tends to break up a little bit towards like 5, 6 o'clock at night. I do put my makeup on at like 6:30 in the morning, so it makes it a good way into the day before it starts to break down, but the Balance and Brighten never breaks down on me. I just recently finished my Balance and Brighten in the big size that I got from QVC. I have backups of it, but I thought I'd go ahead and just try to finish this because I had it in my collection. And I just don't love it. I don't love it as much as I love Balance and Brighten. There is something about that powder foundation that just is incredible. It blends into my skin. It is not the best color match at all. I really have to work to blend it down onto my neck so that it looks a little bit more seamless and like it's meant to be my color. I also wear fair in Balance and Brighten, but the color match isn't the best, but just the formulation of it, the wear of it, the way that it feels and looks on my skin is just worlds better than this one is. So if I could have a request to Laura Geller, it would be if she could make a more yellow toned, fair or light type shade in Balance and Brighten, I would be in heaven. I know that she has the color light, but the light is way too dark for me. The fair really is the lightest option that is best for me. Porcelain is way too light. I have porcelain and it doesn't work. But I just need something that is more yellow toned, warmer toned, rather than more beigey, leaning pinky cool tones. So anyway, I am gonna finish this. I've been using it a little bit more as like a finishing powder versus a powder foundation, but yeah, it's not as good, which bums me out, but I mean, what are you gonna do? I won't purchase that one again. I'll stick with my Balance and Brighten, which I love. So anyway, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I hope you have a really great weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.